sipping more wet, and yeah, I swear it get whole wetter.
4 new vehicles, one being the brand new DeClassy Walton L35 Drift, which this week is free on Southern San Andreas Super Autos. We also have the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire, with drift tuning available for it now. We have the Annis Hardy, and we have the Dinka Chavos V6. All of those vehicles now have drift tuning, which is really, really cool. So we're going to start off with the Gauntlet Hellfire. I'm going to take it into the car meet, and we're going to go ahead and put the drift tuning on it, and then we're going to try it out and see how it stacks up against some of the other drift cars we already have in GTA Online. And I will be doing a ranking video on all the drift cars on Sunday this week, so stay tuned for that, because I think it's going to be a really interesting video to see how everything kind of stacks up versus each other. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and modify this thing and put the drift tuning on it. All right, so drift tuning, it's going to cost 200k. I'm pretty sure it removes all the upgrades, and they did change it so that now upgrades don't matter. You don't have to have the upgrades on before putting drift tuning on. It doesn't matter, it just completely negates the entire thing. So $200,000. Please note that any installed performance modifications are unavailable on drift vehicles, but they will be reapplied if the tune is removed. So it's not like you have to buy them again, which is good. So anyway, we got drift tuning on this thing. I'm actually really excited about this. The Hellfire barely needed drift tuning, in my opinion. Like, it's already a very oversteer heavy car, but I do feel like my prediction is that this thing is going to be a lot more controllable while it's oversteering with the drift tuning. So I'm excited about that. Something that does piss me off about the drift tuning is the cars feel so all-wheel drive with drift tuning on them, but it's cool to see it on here nonetheless. But so far, let's see, I don't know, the Hellfire is feeling pretty good. It's definitely feeling pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. I mean, granted, it's been all of like 7 seconds, so I definitely will have some time to not like it here as well, depending on how good it is. But you know, honestly, there's like pretty subtle differences between like all the drift tuned vehicles, to be completely real. I think the biggest factors with all the drift tuned cars and trucks and everything, I think the biggest factor with all of them is the size of the vehicle. I think that makes probably the biggest difference as to how driftable a vehicle really is in GTA Online. Throttle input is also a big thing, and different cars will have different throttle inputs and different sensitivities to it and everything like that. Luckily though, on PC, my input is either 0 or 100 because it's the keyboard. So there's no controllers here, no throttle input here. It's either off or it's on. So that's good or bad depending on how you want to view it. But I will say the Hellfire feels good. It definitely doesn't feel bad. I kind of wish it would pick up speed a little bit better. Maybe it doesn't feel like it's picking up speed very well, which is kind of annoying for like somewhere like sort of higher speed drifting. But it's not bad. It feels like, honestly, it feels really similar to like all the other drift tunable cars. So I like that it's in the Hellfire package though. I like the Hellfire a lot. I also feel like this thing, I want to say it kind of feels like it has a little bit more grip than some of the other drift cars. I feel like some of the other ones would like tend to like roll back a little bit more, or like be more likely to like slide further than you'd like want them to, if that makes sense. So I'm impressed with the Hellfire for that reason, because it definitely feels like it's fairly good. Oh, the brakes are so bad though. I wish the brakes wouldn't get so affected by the drift tuning. I guess to a degree it's to make it so that you can like maintain a drift a little bit easier without having like the brakes be so overbearing and just stop you instantly. But I kind of wish that the brakes worked a little bit better, because this is it's a little bit too weak for my liking personally. But I'm sure they did it for a reason. But I am finding the Hellfire relatively easy to control though, as far as like keeping it where I want it to go. Like, that's what I mean. It doesn't go further than I'm hoping it will when I'm drifting it around here. So that's good, and I'm very impressed.